Marcus Aurelius Pope was a guest on Matt Norlander's podcast. What Ion College Basketball
I
is the
college
name, correct?
basketball.
I was gonna say the name of Rothstein's podcast because they're both very good podcasts. But yeah, Ion College Basketball, the CBS College Basketball Premier podcast, had Mark Pope join this week, and it was the longest interview I've ever seen with Mark Pope. This was like it felt like it was damn near 2 hours. I think it was like actually 70 minutes or so. But anyways, just really, really good stuff. They spanned pretty much every topic you could possibly ask Mark Pope about in a long form interview. So shout out to Norlander, shout out to the CBS guys for their work on this interview. But one of the interesting things that came out of this interview was Mark Pope and his ideas for reform in the game of college basketball. He has two things that he would like changed to how this sport works. And they're both very interesting. They're both unique ideas that I don't feel like I've heard any other sitting head coach say before. The first, he wants a 40 game regular season schedule. He said that we're already trending up to 34. We've added games. I'd like to see us get six more. And his explanation for that was, man, I've seen it before. You get out of college, you get to the NBA, and by the time you get to the All-Star break, you feel like you've played two seasons. You're gassed. We need to prepare guys for that next level a little better, and a 40-game regular season would do that. Interesting enough. Okay, second, his other idea. He wants the transfer portal window open for 5 days, and that's it. He wants a 5 day transfer window right after the season ends. 5 days of chaos. Find your new home. Transfer portal closes. We can all get on with our lives. Another very radical idea. Certainly there needs to be some, I don't know, some change with the way transfer windows work, but haven't heard anybody go on record with this card. 5 days for transfers, and that's it. Short transfer window, long season is what Mark Pope wants. What do you think of his ideas?
I think Mark's being very selfish. We got kids to feed, and you want to shorten our transport to 5 days? What are we supposed to do with that? Huh? It's honest. It's kind of rude. It's kind of rude, and I don't think he's thinking about others. But no, I like. Am I crazy for thinking that's just an awful, just like not feasible suggestion? Like the portal can't be that short.
I don't know how feasible it is, but I do think they could make it smaller, obviously.
I'm with that. Like smaller, sure. 5 days? That's insane.
Well, I think it makes sense if you're the head coach at Kentucky,
The
don't
Jets
you?
are the Jets already fueled up, huh?
Like I need four players this season. Let me make four phone calls and four blank check offers. I only need 48 hours to get this done, right? Like of
Mm,
course the best programs should want this. If it's just an arms race where everyone's calling, Kentucky's going to win all those recruitments head to head. So I get it, but like it doesn't leave a lot of room for like UC Santa Barbara to like watch their players get taken and react and recover, you know?
yeah, I look, I think the sentiment of making it smaller, I could get on board with. The 5 days thing is just throwing me for an absolute loop.
Wanting to make it smaller. Is that a laziness thing?
Make the portal small?
Well,
Yeah,
because we
well,
we heard like Jay Wright and all those guys before they retired be like, I don't want to do this.
I don't think it's a laziness thing. I think it's the coaches wanna like there's so much else they have to do. Like one less thing to check off the list and not have to focus on, you can work on like other things. Like the fact that I say go left and Brandon Garrison runs right. Like that's something I need to focus on. But instead, you know, I'm trying to wonder why Lamar Wilkerson's screening my calls and I'm seeing all these pictures on Twitter of him at Assembly Hall. And I'm like, wait, look, I just took you to see horses. Like, why call me back?
Pat
So
Kelsey made this point too, though, for what it's worth this week. He like tweeted and was like, this is the 1 week of vacation. Happy vacation to every college basketball coach. So like clearly there's an element of like sarcasm from I think both Mark Pope and Pat Kelsey here of like, we're all working too hard. This isn't what we like. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I've made this point before. Like the old head coaches, I understood it. You didn't sign up for this. You coached for 30 years and now everything changed. Now you got to work for 3 more months. These younger coaches who are like on the come up and get hit with this is kind of like, you got to embrace it. And for my money, Mark Pope always has been a guy who does embrace it. But this is kind of the first time I'm hearing him be like, yeah, I don't want to work all summer. Well, I only need 5 days. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I never connected with Mark Pope more. Just like signing up and be like, damn, this is a lot. Like use a little break, but no, it's probably it's probably this too. It's like you got this long ass summer, right? Like just a grind of a summer, getting your team together, doing everything you need to do. And yes, it's a part of the job. So like you signed up for it. So to your point, yes, I agree. And then it's like, all right, now it's wartime. When does it stop? It's
Yeah.
literally constant. And then the season ends, and you and I see it first. Boy, there's coaches at the Final Four already shaking ass with each other to get players and tamper and do everything they need to do. Like it is constant year round. Honestly, we embody new college basketball. We do it every single day. Everyone else does it every single day. Honestly, we probably do it less because I think on Saturdays and Sundays we take a little break ski. Not Pat Kelsey and them.
Yeah, this is true. Well, if the transfer portal window was only 5 days this year, Kentucky would have came out of it with 0 players because they spent the first 5 days of the portal trying to get Yaxel Lendeborg, Donovan Denton, Lamar Wilkerson. So good thing this year Mark Pope had a few extra months to recover from his missed primary targets and end up getting Denzel Aberdeen and Mo Diabate. But that was an interesting concept to me. I don't know. The other side of this, though, the 40 game schedules. That because that's the opposite. If I'm like making jokes like, is this Mark Pope being lazy? A 40 game schedule ain't lazy. That's the opposite. He wants to overwork him and his players during the season. Would you? I don't know. This one seems like we might actually get there one day, doesn't it?
You know what? You know what this is? Do we think Mark Pope maybe should have used this time to actually take a little bit of a break? Like he's just getting in front of the podcast equipment here and saying a few things. Like, because to me, I'm looking at this as a Kentucky fan. Every single ligament my team had last year at some point got hurt. Every point guard I had shoulder was falling off the bone. But yeah, more games. Like the injury report for Kentucky last season was the largest in the country. It felt like at times. But you want more games?
It's a good point. I didn't think of that.
So this is to me, this is classic. I've done this honestly. I'm really relating to Mark Pope right now. This is like that one episode where you get a mic in front of you. This is like your ninth day in a row talk, and you're just like, you know what? Let me throw this out there. More games, shorter transporter window, and Norlander's just smiling ear to ear, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's nice.
I'm afraid of how much you're relating to Mark Pope right now. I don't, I
I
don't
got a
know what
little
to do
Mark
with it.
Pope in me if you think about it.
You do?
I'm actually pretty opposite. Pretty opposite.
Do you think either of these ever comes true? I don't, no chance there's ever a 5 day transfer window. There's too many issues with
No,
that.
no, no chance. But more games, certainly.
I bet there is a day when our grandkids are around where there's like a 45 game regular season for college basketball.
Yeah. Can we add a rule?
We can do whatever we want, I think.
I feel like some incentive to winning a national championship within the rules. You should get a choice of a rule.
So every year a coach wins a title, he should be able to like change the entire game.
Yeah. Or like anything he wants. Like, I don't know. Todd
What
Gold could ask someone to unblock him on IG if he wanted to,
I
but
gotta say,
otherwise,
what do you think Todd Golden's wish would be after winning the national title?
shit. I don't know, but like Dan Hurley could change things if he wanted to. I don't know.
Yeah, what would his be? I'm not
Send DePaul to the Mountain West.
I'm not sure any of these would be good for the sport as we talk through
Yeah,
this.
not until you find it out. Not until you try it out.
Maybe we just need Mark Pope to win a national title first, and then he can become the czar of college basketball.